So I saw this video and I looked in the comments and there was this comment saying how whenever I color, I feel like the entire piece looks worse compared to my grayscale. It simply looks like the colors don't belong together, and override it appears so flat, which I'm going to teach you how to make your artwork not look so flat. Which you're probably wondering, AS, how are you going to do that? I mean, just look at your art style and look at theirs. They're totally opposite, which I say shh. Just because I have a cartoonish art style and a simplified art style does not mean I don't have 8 years of experience under my belt, so just watch. First, we are going to put the drawing in grayscale. And yes, it does have some depth, but I can see where it needs more shadow and lighting. Now, I'm going to assume the lighting is coming from up here, so these are the places that need to be more highlighted, which basically is the hortile upper of the body. And I have also noticed the places that are supposed to be shadows are more highlighted or have more highlights than shadows. Which all you need to do is fix that, is just take the second most darkest color, or your shadow color, and deepen those shadows, just to make them pop out more. And I only added a bit of more shadow, and just look at the difference. It gives it more depth. But to give it more like it's in the shadows look, we're going to take the darkest color, airbrush it on, just a little bit around the pants. And then we are going to do the same thing to the shirt, just darken the shadows. Do you see the arm? That arm should cast a shadow. So we're just going to add a little bit of a shadow right there. And remember, if there's an object in front of another object, that object is going to cast a shadow. The only reason why it shouldn't cast a shadow if it's far away from the body. And you might be wondering, why are you adding yellow to the shadows? This is called reflective light, which most artists use to give an object that's in the shadows more depth. And then we are just going to add our shadows back. But this seam right here, if you want to add more depth to that, just take a little bit of the highlight and put it in the shadow. And already the pants and the shirt has more depth to it. And now we are moving on to the jewelry. And guys, remember, if light hits jewelry, it is going to glow. So I'm just giving a little bit more highlight to make it glow. And same with the earrings and the other jewelry. Now we are moving on to the fur. And all I'm going to do for this is add more highlight to the fur, even in the shadow areas. Yes, some of these shadows and lighting tips I'm going to be showing you won't be so accurate, but it is going to give your art more depth to it. And now I'm moving on to this thing on the chest. I don't know what it's called, but you see that wrinkle? That is still going to cause a shadow. Even though it's in the light, it is still going to cause a pretty harsh shadow. I'm just giving it more shadows. And like I said for the jewelry, it's going to glow if light is hitting it. So